Hi there to our wonderful community full of awesome dog lovers. This month on Wag and Wonderment, we are covering common problems people have with their dog's behavior and solutions to fix them. This week, we're talking about barking. If you've ever felt frustrated by your dog's barking, you are not alone. Barking is a natural behavior, of course, but when it becomes excessive, it can be really stressful for both the person and the dog. Today, I hope to help you understand why dogs bark and what we can do about it. First, let's break down why dogs bark. Understanding the cause is key to finding the right solution. Here are some of the most common reasons we see. Alert or alarm barking. This is usually to let you know there's something going on outside the house or outside the yard. Hey, the neighbor's walking by. Hey, the mailman's here. That kind of thing. Connection-seeking barking. A lot of times this is referred to as attention-seeking barking, but for the sake of empathy towards our dogs, we are calling it connection-seeking because that's what it is. It's your dog's attempt to connect with you in some way. Frustration barking. They may be barking because they're frustrated about something. Maybe their ball is stuck under the couch, or they're frustrated because their movement is restricted for whatever reason. Boredom barking. Sometimes dogs just bark because they're bored. Fear, stressed out, or anxious barking. This is your dog saying, I feel unsafe. And lastly, excitement barking. You'll see this usually if they are barking at a squirrel or they're excited to go say hi to someone. Now that we know why dogs bark, let's go over some effective ways to manage it. First, we've got to identify what is setting your dog off on their barking spree. Is it the mail carrier? Is it other dogs? Are they stressed? Are they bored? Once we know the reason, we can more effectively treat it. Management. When we know what is causing our dogs to bark, we can better manage their environment or their routine to prevent those things from triggering the barking response. So, for example, if maybe your dog is barking because they see things outside the window, you can cover your windows. There's wonderful window clings that can frost the glass so they still allow light in, but they blur the image that your dog is seeing through the window. That can be hugely beneficial. If it's sounds that are causing them to bark, you can play music or keep a fan on to mask those noises a bit. Reinforce those quiet moments. Pay attention when your dog is quiet because that's the behavior you want to see. Try to reward it as much as possible. You can reinforce with attention, calm attention. You can reinforce with a little treat. You can praise them soothingly, calmingly. Make sure that you're noticing and you're acknowledging them when they are quiet as often as possible. Enrichment. A fulfilled dog is usually a quieter dog. So make sure your dog has enough physical and mental stimulation and exercise. Puzzle toys, training games, things to chew on, and daily walks can be a wonderful way to meet those needs, and there's plenty more. If their barking is caused by fear or anxiety, it's best to contact a qualified trainer or behavior consultant to help you address it. We want to change their underlying emotional response to whatever is causing them to bark before we address the barking itself. If the barking is not rooted in fear or anxiety, the best way to address it is by, just like I said earlier, management and then enrichment, and then training an alternate behavior. So I love to teach a dog to go grab a toy, because if they have a toy in their mouth, they're less likely to bark. I also love to do a treat scatter to teach them to go sniff the ground or find something. Or you can ask them to go to their place or something else to give their brain something to do, to focus on, to calm them down and to give their mouths something to do. Something you might decide to do is to teach them a speak and a quiet. This way you can have a little bit more control over what comes out of their mouths. I have lots of friends who have taught their dogs to bark on cue, also to whisper or growl. You can get really fun with it. And once you've taught those things, you can also teach a quiet, which is really fantastic. Now, let's talk about what not to do. First, please do not yell at your dog. If you yell at your dog, you're simply joining in to the chaos of the barking, and that's probably how your dog is going to see it. Great, we're all barking now. As their guardian, it's your job to reduce the chaos, to help them through this, to help them make a calmer choice. And we don't do that by yelling. Don't use aversive tools. Do not use bark collars. Do not use penny cans. Do not spray them. The problem with these tools is that we don't know how a dog is going to perceive them. It could be very, very fear-inducing to a dog to either be sprayed with citronella or shocked, or even a vibration can be really scary and irritating. So we don't want to risk that. Plus, again, barking is a natural behavior. We're not going to punish them for it. Lastly, do not ignore communication from your dog. Imagine if you were trying to tell something to the most important person in your life and they ignored you. How frustrating would that be? First of all, it's not going to help. It's not going to make you feel better. It might make your behavior worse. And it's definitely going to make you trust them less. So don't ignore communication from them. Figure out why are they barking and address it at its core, rather than simply ignoring them when they're telling you they have a feeling. Managing barking can take patience, but I promise you, with consistency, with exercise, enrichment, and meeting their needs, you will definitely see improvement in time. Every dog is different, and there are so many causes for barking. Take the time to figure out why your dog is barking in a given situation and help them make a better choice. I encourage you to make a list of all the behaviors that you could train your dog or ask your dog to do that don't involve barking. Think about ways that you can engage their mouths in different ways so that they're not available for the barking. Things like eating a treat, grabbing a toy, sniffing the ground, doing a hand target. Think about ways that you can engage their minds and their mouths in much better or more acceptable ways to you. A ton of the barking that I see that people have an issue with is caused by over-arousal or overstimulation. So if that's the case, we really want to focus on helping them decompress. Some of the best ways to decompress are giving a dog something to shred, encouraging them to sniff the ground by doing a treat scatter, giving them some quiet time with a chew or a licky mat or some other soothing thing for them, or giving them your full attention and sitting quietly with them and helping them calm down. Remember, the most important thing here is focusing on the why and addressing why are they barking. You got this, and we're here for you. Share any stories about your barking dogs on the forum. Share with us any techniques that you've used that have helped reduce the barking. Or maybe share some funny stories about the barking. We want to hear them.